When you see a previous day low being swept and price struggles to break below that, this is a strong indication that you want to be bullish for the day, right? I get a lot of questions about NQ and how you can use footprint charts with NQ, right? So how this works is you have your regular ICT concepts, which is what we're going to be going over, but we also have the idea of order flow, right? So order flow is what you need to bridge together ICT and profitable trading. And the thing that holds you back is probably order flow. So let's quickly go over that, right? So here we have NQ. And just from an ICT perspective, you look at NQ, for example, I just want to start by saying the price action on Wednesday, the 8th, was pretty horrible. I mean, we had this range over here. I personally don't like this price action. I prefer to either sit out, take a break even, stay cash, or simply take and lock in 1 hour trades or 2 hour trades. That's kind of the way I like to do it, right? So again, here on NQ, right here on NQ, we need to just understand a few things about the market, right? So this was, of course, Wednesday. If we take some context for the week so far, we started the week off over here. We had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So when I use the power of 3, I often like to use it on the weekly time frame first. So this is the weekly power of 3, right? So as you can see over here, this is the weekly opening price. The high of the week is all the way up here, and Wednesday was down here, right? So we are below this weekly opening price. So what does that tell me, right? So when I look at price below the weekly opening, I want to be buying primarily below the weekly opening. That's kind of the way I like to operate. So I use the weekly power of 3 just to tell me where we are in line with the weekly opening. So we're below this weekly opening price. I look for buys. That is basically how the, I guess, algorithm works, right? So if we look more closely onto the price action we had on Wednesday, right? If we just go to the power of 3, I just want to show people my settings. We can use the daily power of 3 as well. So the daily power of 3 is again more interesting relative to the day. And this is where ICT concepts becomes very, very powerful. Now we had the previous day, right? Previous day low. I love using the previous day low liquidity. It's one of my favorite liquidity types, right? Price from here takes out the previous day low, right? So when price takes out the previous day low, notice how over here in this region, we don't have a very strong close below the previous day low. So what you're seeing is you're seeing a data low or a very, very important liquidity sweep in the markets, right? When you see a previous day low being swept and price struggles to break below that, this is a strong indication that you want to be bullish for the day, right? This is where the ICT concepts with order flow becomes very powerful.